Good morning, good morning. It's Saturday here and a beautiful sunny day in Victoria, British Columbia. I am a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Been a demonstrator for, it'll be 9 years this year, can't believe it. And so I do Facebook Lives 3 times a week, Monday morning at 10. I do another one on Thursday night at 8 p.m. where I always do a project from a catalog. It's called Case the Caddy. And then I like to do a Stamp It Saturday. So welcome. Hi, Adriana. Nice for you to join. Let me refresh my page and we'll get started. We're making a box this morning. So I don't know if you saw my post I posted a few minutes ago with some measurements. If you want to make a box along with me, you can. And as more people join, I can review. Here's Lori. Hi, Lori. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate when you guys share my video to your other crafting friends. That's fantastic. And Adriana, you remembered today. Good. Good. I'm glad. Really glad. Okay, I need to launch Facebook here. I'm just having a coffee. Oh, it's so good. All right, let's go to my business page. And then I've got my sound off and I should see me. There I am. Click on it to make it bigger and then I can see your comments. There we go. Okay, we are ready to go. So it's a beautiful day. I don't know how many more people will join. They might be out for a walk or planning to go golfing or play tennis or who knows. It's getting to be nicer weather. I went for a walk yesterday. I'm trying to walk distances now since my plantar fasciitis on my left foot is getting better. But boy, oh boy, I couldn't make the whole, I didn't want to push it. And so I usually can walk the whole thing once or twice, but I only went not even halfway, and then I turned around and came back to the car because my foot was starting to get a bit sore and I don't want to push it, but I need to start walking and see my endurance for when I go away to Montreal and the East Coast, because we'll be doing a lot of walking. Good morning, Carol. Nice of you to join this morning. Okay, let's get started. So if you want to make a box along with me, you need 2 pieces of cardstock, and you can use 2 different colors if you want. You're going to make a bottom of the box and a top. And it's a nice sized box for, you know, either some little treats, chocolates, cookies, and a couple of tea bags, or, you know, whatever you think. You could even squish a scarf in there. I think one of those thin, silky scarves. I'm just looking for my measurements here. What did I do with them? Oh, here we go. Okay, so you need, for the bottom of the box, oh, good morning, Carol. You are joining here this morning. Good to see you. We're making a box this morning. So you need, the base box is 8 by 11. If you don't craft along today, then you can just take these measurements down and then you can make it later. Hi, Christine. Good morning, everyone. So the base is 8 by 11. So that's pretty well a full sheet of cardstock. Oh my gosh, I got another frog in my throat. I'm getting a lot of frogs lately. I think it's the allergies, of course. Okay, 8 by 11 for the bottom, and for the top you need 4 by 7. So, and you can use, I would suggest cardstock, and if you want some DSP on it, then we're going to add a piece of DSP to the top of the box. about 4 by 7. Okay, and then I'm going to show you all the scoring. And then I can't wait. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to use this stamp set. You know me and my birds, love birds. And so this is called the Sweet Songbirds. And what's so fun about this, it comes with a punch. Look at the punch. We get to punch out the bird. We get to punch out the bird. We get to punch out its little beak and a wing. Okay, so brand new today. Haven't even opened it. Well, I've got my blocks on. So we're going to do a little bird in a bird nest on top of the box. I thought would be really cute for spring. Okay, so that's what we're working with. And for my box, because it's a bird, I've chosen to do Night of Navy for the bottom of my box. And I'm going to do Balmy Blue for the top of the box. And then I'm going to do my bird in blue. And this is the designer series paper. This is all retiring when the new annual catalog comes out. But these are our basic 6x6 DSPs that come in all of our colors. So they come in packs for the neutrals, the brights, the subtles, and I'm missing one. Brights, subtles, neutrals, and there's one more. Regals. There you go. And then you'll get your in colors as well. Okay. So let's get started. I am using my scoreboard for this, but you can use your trimmer if you want. Okay, and my trick for scoring on cardstock is to have a piece of wax paper. You want to just rub this over your cardstock and it makes your stylus go more smoothly. Okay, so who is going to craft this morning? Or are you just going to watch? Watch and take notes. I'm going to take a few more sips of my coffee. Just get rid of that frog. Okay, here we go. So let's move the camera down. It's just so nice to say hello in person. Well, not really in person, but you know what I mean. Okay, and here we go. Okay, that looks pretty good like that. All right, so I'm going to put a bit of just a bit of the wax paper on. It's amazing the difference this makes. Because I find when you drag that scoring tool over your cardstock, it can kind of like, it's not smooth. It kind of feels, it doesn't feel good. It reminds me of scratching your fingers on a chalkboard. All right, we're going to work with the ball. We're going to do all our scoring first on both pieces, and then we're going to cut them and glue them and assemble the box. All right, so I've got my scoring tool here, and because it's cardstock, you can use the finer tip, whereas if I do designer series paper, I use the fatter tip. Okay, all right, where am I scoring? It's really easy. This is such an easy box. Now, before we start, there's one really important trick for this. Now you're going to pull out your trimmer. And the key thing to make sure that the lid fits onto the bottom has to be a smidge smaller. So you're going to cut a smidge off two connecting sides. So you're going to cut a smidge off the long side, and it connects up here. So you're going to cut a smidge off the top side. Okay, now when I say smidge, I use my trimmer, and you see how you've got your track in the trimmer. I'm going to pull you down so you can see this. Okay, you see where your track is here? And then you see where the gray, this gray piece is on both sides. So where the gray is on the right hand side, I'm not even lining up my cardstock to the edge of the gray. What I do is I go to the very edge of the gray, and then I back it up a smidge. Like, I'm not kidding you, like a hair width. Okay, and then you're going to cut that. Okay, now that did not, yeah, it's okay. Maybe I cut it a little bit too short. It cut nice and smooth at the bottom, but not at the top. Let me see if I can fix that. That didn't work very well. Here I'm trying to teach you something and it doesn't work for me. That's not good, is it? Okay. I'm going to fix that. Shouldn't have gone like that. I did a prototype earlier and it cut beautifully. Actually, it's just wrapped up. I'm going to just wrap it underneath it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not happy with that, ladies. Sorry about that. It's not what should have happened. You know what? I'm just going to grab another piece of cardstock. Just bear with me. I'll be right back. So I'm just cutting it 8 by 11. All right, I'm going to try that again. Now, my track might have some yuckies in it, so that's another thing you want to make sure when you're cutting these tiny smidgens of paper. I have a toothbrush here somewhere. I'll use this little brush here. You want to, yeah, I see there's some stuff in there. So if you have paper bits in this track, it's going to affect your cutting on your next project. So you want to clean that out. Okay, so I do have an old toothbrush. What did I do with it? Why are things not where I put them? All right, so let's clean that out. Let's try that again. Okay. So there's my track, and I'm just going to go a little bit beyond the track. There we go. Way more successful. Look at that. Yeah, there was guck in my track. So you see that smidge there, and then I'm going to do this side. Same thing. Maybe it's time for a new blade too. Well, that worked. All right. So be sure to clean out your tracks. Okay, let's lift you up a bit higher here. All right. All right, let's continue on. Okay, so on my bottom, this cardstock I can use for other projects. Okay, so I'm going to use my wax paper again on here. Okay, paper size, Christine, this is 8 by 11 for the bottom, 8 by 11, and the top is 4 by 7. 8 by 11, 4 by 7. All right, so we've cut our smidges off, and now we are simply going to score this at 3 inches on all 4 sides. So the box is a tall, 3-inch tall box. So you're going to score it 3 inches on all 4 sides. So I'm just going to keep rotating my cardstock. 3, 3, 3, and 3. So I don't know if you can, if the light will pick this up. Where's my... Okay, but there is the width and length of your box in the middle. So the sides are quite long. So it's kind of a narrow box. It's really a cute box. Here's my prototype, actually. I made the bottom. This is what it looks like. Okay, so that's your little box. So you could fit a bunch of tea bags in there with some wrapped cookies or something, or chocolate bars would fit in there, I think. Okay, so that's 3 inches on each side for the lid. And then for the bottom, and I think I had waxed papered that, you are going to score this at 1 inch on all 4 sides. 1 inch. 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, and then we can put our board away. All right, and then remember you're folding on your mountain, where your mountain is. So have your mountain sticking up and you're folding over on your mountains. And then you're going to take your bone folder and you're going to give each side a nice crisp fold. Okay, so that's the bottom. Let's do the top. Or sorry, that's the top. This is the bottom. Okay. Now, I like to use some larger scissors when I have deeper score lines, like this is 3 inches. So I do like to use I do like to use bigger scissors. And remember my trick, you're kind of cutting, you're going to end up getting rid of this bump here. So you're cutting, and so leave the bump on the tab side. So you're cutting up like so. Okay, and then what you're going to do, so you're going to do all 4 sides like this. So that's the first thing you want to do. And when you get experience, you'll just do the same side, all steps, because there's about a couple of steps for that. Okay, so you've done that, and then you're going to rotate it, and you're going to do this side. So for those of you who may not be very comfortable making boxes, I'll just step through each step, especially if you're writing down instructions. So you're going to cut up the tabs on all 4 sides. Okay. Okay, and then for smooth box construction, these are your 4 tabs, and we're going to cut these and wedge them. Okay, so by wedging I mean, so I just lift this piece up. You're never wedging the base of the box. You're just doing the tabs, because the tabs fold into the box. So what I like to do is I like to, first of all, you don't need this whole big piece to create the box. So you're just going to, I don't measure. I'm just going to randomly cut off all of the tabs, the length of the tabs, because they're going to crisscross in the box and I don't want them to do that. So anytime you're making a box and you have tabs like this, you can cut them shorter. Okay, so they're going to go up like this in the box. Okay, so if I had left them that length, they would overlap in the middle. Okay. All right, now we're going to do some wedging. So wedging, you do this. I'm just going to bring in my smaller paper snips. You do your wedging so that this tab doesn't come up above, you see the side of the box. You see how these are, I don't know if you can see it. See how they're wedged inside? Because you don't want this to come above the side of the box here. Okay, so you're going to wedge these. So you can You're going to go right up into that corner, take that off, okay? And then on this side, you're going to wedge up. So you're just going to eye it all the way up to that corner like that. Okay, and you're going to do that on all 4 sides. Okay, so you're going to wedge up. And then you're going to wedge this side. So wedge up on both sides and wedge up. Wedge up and wedge up. Now, if you want to keep some of your little scraps, you can. I might just keep this something to do with my greeting, okay? So now you can either use strong adhesive. So we have what's called Stamp & Seal Plus. This is super, super strong, but it's so strong that sometimes it rips up the cardstock, and I know it's bad on Night of Navy. So I'm going to use my famous liquid glue, or you could use tear and tape. Now, if you choose to use tear and tape, you want to put your glue, even your liquid glue, you want to go as close to the fold, because when you lift it up, you want to make sure that that edge gets glued down, okay? So I'm going to use liquid glue. So I'm going to put a bit of liquid glue, and I'm getting close to the edge, but you don't want it to ooze out either. Okay. So then you're going to lift up inside the box, and then you're going to pull up your sides and just meet the edge there. Okay, and then I'm going to do this side and meet the edge. And then what you can do is turn it on its side and then use your bone folder and smush that glue in there. Okay, then I'm going to do this side. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking back to a box I made not too long ago. I don't know if you guys were on when I did that box, and it didn't work out. It's really embarrassing. Let's hope. I've made this box before, so hopefully all goes well. Oh, good morning, Devin. You're up, but you're not about. You probably got errands to run today. Your dad's already gone biking. So I'm just smushing my glue in there. And again in there. Okay. Let's just get my glue going here. All right, so there's the base of your box. Okay, so you can see that none of the tabs come above the side of the box because we wedged in there. All right, let's bring in our lid, and you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to cut up your tabs, and you're going to wedge them out. Now, these tabs you don't have to make any shorter because they're not going to interfere anywhere because they're little. Okay. All right, and then before I put this together, I want to put my DSP on. It's always easier. So I'm just using this beautiful plaid paper, and your DSP is cut to 1 7/8 by 4 7/8. So I'm going to go 1 7/8. So what's great about our scoreboard is that number one is we do have metric along the top. I don't know very many Canadians that are using metric for measuring, but then you've got your imperial on the bottom, and it goes in 1/16 of an inch, so it's great. So 1 7/8 is 2 lines before 2 inches. So 1 7/8 by 4 7/8. So 4, so here's 4, and can you see this in the camera? So we got 4 1/2 and 4 7/8. So that's your DSP there. All right, so I'm going to glue this on top. Okay, and let's put this on here. So this is a really nice, tight fit. Okay. All right, now we can put it together. So exactly the same thing as I did with the bottom of the box. You are going to now I'm going to show you a little tip. So when you're forming the lid of the box, what you want to do is only glue 2 sides. Okay, so I'm going to glue 2 sides. Then I'm going to bring in the bottom, and I'm going to put this on the box. Okay, and then what you can do is just test for that it fits. And I like I said, I've done this box before, and it should fit perfectly. But if you want it just to be a tad tighter, yeah, it fits really well. No embarrassing moments this morning, ladies. So we're good. Not that I get embarrassed easily, because, you know, crafting is trial and error. And especially when you're, well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say especially when you're learning, but my goodness, I've been doing this for a long, long time, but I still make mistakes. So it's very easy to get distracted, or your measurements are wrong, or... So when I look on YouTube to get ideas, I always like to test a box with scraps. So it's always worth just going to, say, Walmart or wherever and getting some cheap cardstock. And then I make my boxes. So this is just crappy cardstock. It's not Stampin' Up! Cardstock. Just when I do my prototypes to test things, you just want to make sure they work before you use your good stuff. Okay, so here's your lid. Look at that. It's a lovely, lovely fit. So here you can have the same color top and bottom, or you can do it randomly. And some other ideas here too, depending on the color. Well, even on the dark Night of Navy, you can stamp on this. So before you cut or score or anything. You just take that full sheet and then you can stamp a design on here. You can do tone on tone, looks great, or if it was, say, a lighter color, then you could do a different color ink on there. But tone on tone is beautiful. So if this was a pinky color, you could stamp it with the pink. If it was orange, stamp it with orange. That's tone on tone. And then other things you could do is if you wanted to, you could put some DSP on the sides of the box. You could put some DSP on the sides of the lid if you wanted to. You can wrap a ribbon and glue it down all the way around the top of the box. So many things that you can do to decorate your box. Okay, the stamping on the bottom is gorgeous. I've done that before. Okay, let's do some stamping. Speaking of stamping, I want to stamp some little birds. Can't wait to use this set. So here's some nice, fresh Whisper White. Not Whisper White, Basic White, ladies. When am I not going to do that? Oh, I have another new tip for you guys. If you use the silicone craft sheet, every now and then, like you're using it over and over again, every now and then, when you feel that, you kind of feel little, like dust on it. Okay, so if you have one of these lint rollers, you use this and you roll this over your silicone mat and it takes all the dusty bits off and it makes it all, it's all smooth now. Isn't that a great tip? Love that. Love that, love that. Okay. I get excited about the stupidest little things, but when you're crafting, you love all these little tips. Okay, I've got my bird, and let's see. Now, the bird, as I was showing you with the punch, the bird and a couple of different wings and a beak punches out. Oh, I should have brought some orange paper over. I'll have to grab some orange paper. You can stamp the beak, but you can also, punching it out makes it three-dimensional. All right, so we're going to stamp the bird with, now again, these are the solid images, so really and truly, I should pull out my Stamparatus, which I'm going to do right now. Yeah. Okay. What did I do with it, ladies? I've tucked it somewhere. Oh, for heaven's sakes, now I can't find my Stamparatus. Well, I'm always moving things around. Drives me crazy. Okay, so I guess I'm not using my Stamparatus, but it would be good to use it because when you've got a solid stamp, it's nice to be able to re-ink it up again. Oh, I don't know what I did with it. Can't be that far away because I used it here the last time. I just don't know what I did with it. Oh, that's frustrating. Sorry, ladies. Would it help me if I had two of them? Probably not. I'd probably lose both of them. All right, don't have it. Don't know what I did with it. That's bizarre. Of course, you know me, I could be looking right at it. No, I just don't know. I'm looking on all my shelves here. Why did I put it on a shelf? That would be silly. Okay, well that's going to be something I have to hunt for today. I am so sorry for wasting your time looking for that silly thing. I can see all my plates for it, but I can't see the base. How bizarre is that? I don't know. Well, let's hope it stamps really well today. Okay, so what I'm talking about, these solid stamps, sometimes the ink, especially if your ink pad is really juicy, sometimes the ink will pool on the solid stamp. Okay, now, remember what I was talking about in punches? You want to stamp your image in the direction of where it punches out. So see how the tail is to the left? So you want to make sure your tail is to the left. And when you're using a punch, you always want to stamp close to the bottom of the cardstock. Okay, that's stamped pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so there's that guide. So you can either punch out the beak, or you can, I'm not going to waste any more of your time by going to find a piece of orange cardstock. So I'm going to try and stamp the beak before I punch it out. Could do it after as well, but let's see. I'm going to get my head right over this. Oh, that did pretty good. See, but if you stamped it out, I think it would be, am I not in camera again? Okay. So we've got our little bird, and then I want to do the bird's nest. So adorable, little bird's nest. And you have to hand cut this out, but it's an easy hand cut. Okay, there's my bird's nest. Okay, so let's punch out the bird. So I just squeeze a little gently just to frame the bird in and do any adjustments I need to do. And then when I'm happy, I punch. Oh my goodness gracious, isn't that the cutest little thing? Now the other thing I wanted to do is I've got, oh, you know what might be cute? Let's see if this is going to be cute. I don't know if this is going to be cute or not, but I'm going to punch the wing out of the Designer Series paper. And now there's two wings. There's one little wing. Then there's a bigger wing. Let's maybe dress him up a bit. So I haven't made this bird before. Does this go in the back maybe? I mean, does that look right for the bird? What do you think of that? You think I can put the wing in the back, or should I just leave it off? I need to look at some Pinterest pictures to see how people have been doing this bird. I wonder if it fits in here. I don't know. The bigger wing thing is actually the chest breast area. Oh my gosh, you're so smart, Lori. Oh, really? Oh yeah, look at that. So if you wanted to do a different colored breast. Okay. Thanks for that. Kind of looks like another wing. All right, so maybe we'll just glue this little wing on here to match the DSP, just to do something a bit different maybe. I'm not even sure how this wing goes on. Maybe just like that. Okay, now there are some little eyes. There are a variety of different little eyes. There are some little dots for eyes, and there is these cute eyes. So you can make this, you can do these with the arches going up. You see how the arch is going up, or you can turn them the other way and have them going down. Oh my God, isn't that sweet? And then there are some little dots for the eyes too, little beady eyes. Well, thanks for that, Lori. Duh. Okay. So I think we want to do a little bit of Wink of Stella on his chest. Oh, what's happening here? I'm having some challenges today. Oh, there we go. I took that whole thing off. Okay, I got to squeeze this a bit today. I noticed yesterday it wasn't as glittery. So let's just do some glittery on his chest. All right. Okay, now he's going to want to, okay, let's cut out our little bird. How many of you have this set already? Lori, you must, because you figured it out. Okay, so he's going to sit in the basket. Okay, and then I thought I would do a little greeting for the box. So I'm just going to use a thin strip of cardstock, and I'm going to do, there's cute greetings in this stamp set too. You see, Carol, here's a welcome in here. This would have been a great little card with birds in a nest, welcome, and then you could put to the neighborhood. That would have been cute. Okay. So let's do. Now, often, I've told you this before, I think, when you use a brand new set of photopolymer, you want to kind of condition a stamp of this, especially greetings, the lettering. So I'm just inking it up and inking it off. It's your special day. Okay, and I might just cut another strip. And I might just put this underneath. Yeah, let's just do a bit of glue on here. Just kind of makes the greeting pop up. I just lost your comments. How bizarre. My computer view just disappeared, just changed. I don't know what happened. Okay, so I'm just going to do this on the same angle. Okay, there you go. All right, let's put this together. So here's our box. Okay, let's take the lid off. All right, so what I'm thinking is I want to do the bird, and I want it sitting in the nest with its tail sticking out. So I'm going to put this on dimensionals. I'm going to do just a few along the bottom so I can tuck the bird underneath it. Okay. Okay, and then that bird's going to just sit inside. Oh my gosh, that is just so cute. And then I wanted to add a little bit of linen thread. I'm just going to do a little bow. Let's get a glue dot. Look at me. I think I'm out. I think I'm done. Yep, I am done. So I need to grab another box. So just bear with me. Brand new box of glue dots. I'm not kidding you. These even last, I don't know, more than a year. Okay. Oh my gosh, isn't he cute? I gotta fix my comments here, ladies. Hang on just a sec. I'm just gonna quit my browser and come back in. Go back to Firefox, or Facebook, I mean. Facebook. Loading, 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 loading. Okay, go back to my page. Click on my video. Click to expand. There we go, I'm back. Okay, okay, Lori, you haven't got the set, but you've seen it in use already. Good, thank you for helping me. Carol, my handmade nest just went into the recycle bin using a tree bough instead. Hi, Sharon. Sharon's here. Welcome. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, well, you know, like I said, things don't always work out. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now I want to put my greeting on here. And I might just tuck it right underneath. So I think I'll just glue it flat. There we go. Okay, there is our cute little box. There you go, ladies. Oh my gosh. Love that bird. I'll be making more birds. Oh my gosh. I think I saw a card the other day and the birds were made, 5 birds in a row. It was a slimline card using all the new in colors. I have got to make that card because that will show off the in colors really well. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for joining in this morning. I'm sorry for the muckiness of my creation today. Let me pull the camera back up again so I can say goodbye. Yeah, so now today I'm on the hunt for my Stamparatus. I used it just last week when I've tucked it somewhere. Anyway, Stamparatus, I got to find that. Clean up. I've got a lot of things to finish. I have a lot of projects. Whenever I make cards during these lives, I need to finish, you know, the insides of the cards. I need to do the envelopes too. I photograph them all. I put on my watermarks. Yeah, so I've got a lot of cleaning up today. I just wanted to show you this cute card using the in colors again and the new papers. So this is just using scraps of paper. These are all the new in color DSP 6x6 sheets, and that shows off all the new in colors. Look how beautifully they go together. And then I tucked in a bit all the ribbons. I don't know if you can see that. I tucked in all the ribbons behind it. Isn't that cute? Yeah, really cute. I'm loving the in colors. So May 3rd catalog goes live. Then you, as well as demonstrators, we will only order only allowed to order a set amount of things that they pre-select that they've got in stock for us to order. But then May 3rd, we get to order anything from the catalog as well as what our customers can order. So that's going to be great. Oh, Sharon, you love the in colors? Yes, they're fantastic. Okay, thanks again. And I will be back, Monday morning, Moho Monday. I think we're going to do another card sketch. I came across a really cute card sketch. See if I can find it here and I'll show it to you. It's going to be a, okay, I don't know if I can find it here. I think I took it to my other desk. Let's just see. I've got a whole bunch of papers here. I had it here for the longest time and then I took it over to get it ready for Monday. No, I don't have it here. Sorry, you guys, but I will post it on Sunday and then you can craft along with me with card sketch. And maybe I'll use this the birds again. Okay, thanks again. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend or the start of your weekend. And we will hopefully see you on Monday morning. Bye, everyone. Oh, yes, to answer Christine's question, it was kind of my mistake. I said that I would go live at 11 a.m. on Saturdays, and I apologize for that. All of a sudden, I popped on at 10 because I do 10 o'clock on Monday, and so I was just so used to the 10 a.m. thing. So I would like to get some feedback from you guys. Would you prefer 10 or would you prefer 11? Maybe 11, you get to go out and do whatever errands you need to do, and then maybe do it at 11 o'clock when you come back home, maybe for lunch or whatever. So leave me a comment and let me know which time you prefer, and then I will pick the most. Oh, there we go. I like 10 better. Yeah, I thought 11 on Saturdays because my husband is, he's having his breakfast and then he's getting ready to go mountain biking. And after I start at 10, he's kind of still here. Yeah, Carol likes 10 too. Yeah, 10 is you're still up, you can have your coffee, and then you can get on with your day. So maybe we'll leave it at 10 then. Yeah, I'm sorry for that confusion. I did update it in my DBWS, in my event calendar, to be at 10 o'clock. It's just easier if I'm consistent, then I know what I'm doing. I need to know what I'm doing. So thanks, ladies, so much. And hopefully see you Monday morning. Bye for now.